This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Postgame reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy, ladies and gentlemen. Another very good win by the New York Knicks. Had a little bit of trouble in the fourth quarter, but there's still a lot of good stuff happening with this basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we broke franchise records today. 3 games straight, 130 plus points. Took 55 3-point shots today. Franchise record. Both of them franchise records, ladies and gentlemen. And it's starting to feel like there's going to be a lot more to come, a lot more records broken with this offense, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many times I just said ladies and gentlemen, but, you know, it's all good. I got my man Tony Crow in the building. We're going to go ahead and break this one down. Give us a call. I want to know what you're thinking. 516-362-5212. Let's go ahead and get this one popping. Tony, it's popping with you, my brother. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Another 30 assist game as well.
Another 30 assist game.
What's that, 3 or 4 in a row?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, this offense is starting to click, and we haven't even reached our peak yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We haven't even reached the peak. Okay, so let me ask you this, though, about, you know, how much better can the offense get?
Well, number one, I don't think it's cerebral out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think when we at our ultimate height, things will be moving and grooving, you know what I mean, without thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're thinking and making the right reads, which is great, you know what I mean? But the more we get accustomed to the play style, the plays, you know what I mean, the positionings, the counters, everything, you know, things will start running like a well-oiled machine. So I think it's great, but it can still be better. And I think the players will acknowledge that as well.
Okay. And I guess I'll say this. I think better doesn't necessarily mean more points.
No.
Right? It doesn't have to mean more points. Better can just be, like you said, a run smoother. The decision making is quicker, less thinking. You know, and they're already thinking less, but less thinking out there on the floor. And where this comes into play is when the games are tight. That's where that comes into play.
Pardon me, but not just that. Because it came into play tonight with taking their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So even that, not doing that would be better. You know what I mean? Would be them mastering this thing. You know what I mean? They had to fight through a couple of runs that these guys went on. And again, it's the NBA. These guys are pros. Everybody, you know, is probably capable of having those runs. But a lot of it was letdowns. A lot of it was self-inflicted with turnovers in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to say they had at least 3. You know what I mean? And I would argue that's the quarter they had the most turnovers. So just cleaning things up will really make things better.
Yeah.
And this is not a knot. This is like good problems.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely good problems because we're winning. And you know, we're winning and still figuring out the best ways for us to play and still have room. You know, there's still a lot of room to get better. as a basketball team, right? But coming into this game, we're top 10 in offense, top 10 in defense, right? You know, the number 2 offense in the league, was it?
Mm-hmm.
It won't be long before we have that number 1 offense if we continue to play like this. You know, yeah, you know, the Knicks are clicking on all, I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders. 55 3-point shots tonight. The only person that didn't shoot well from the 3-point line is OG.
Yeah. 1 for
1 for
9
10.
or 10.
1 for 10. The only person that didn't shoot well from the 3-point line is OG. You know what I mean? But, I mean, he still had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. You know, and he's still playing aggressive. You see,
And that's what I was gonna say. So, like, you've been talking about Cat and his aggression and everything, but OG's kind of been on a tear in that same mode of, you know, he gets that 2 feet in the paint, he's going up and he's going up strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So had he made a couple of threes, it would have been one of them games for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a game changer in the same vein as how you mentioned it with Cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know, his mindset to go out and try to score, right? His mindset to be aggressive, hunting baskets, not always passing it off, is doing him wonders. I mean, he still shot 40. He was 1 for 10 from the 3-point line, but shot 41% from the field and had 16 points. And he was 7 for 17. You know, I mean,
Yes, he didn't miss a 2-point.
Most nights he's not going 1 for 10 from the 3-point line. Most nights he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line. You know, yeah, it's definitely a great thing. I got my man JJ from Brooklyn on the line. You know, JJ, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
Sam Tony, what's popping, fellas? How you guys doing, man? What's going on?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good.
Yeah, you gotta be feeling good, man. Like, the only negative, I guess, like Tony brought up, is you wish they didn't have to play the 4th, especially on a back-to-back tomorrow. But that's gonna happen, unfortunately. Give Memphis credit. I mean, I don't know what's up with Ja. He had the double amount of turnovers that he did field goals that he made. I mean, 8-9 turnovers. He was just. They said he supposedly told the Knicks announcers that he's just trying not to get hurt. He said that that's a bad look. I don't know. I don't even know. But
yeah.
Listen, this.
I mean, Ja is going through some stuff. So
man,
you know,
boy, he's a mess out there.
He is
joking around, laughing all game. You're down 30. You know what's funny about that?
Right.
You know, I don't know. But that's their own problem. But the Knicks, man, this offense is just humming. I mean, like you said, OG was the only one who wasn't hitting, but they were good looks. You know, there's going to be nights like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you know, but the offense, just the ball movement, the spacing, it's just some of the passes are just sweet, like they're just dimes. You know, and the passes are on the money, like they're right in the pocket. You know, because say you make a bad pass and the guy shoots, it's going to mess up that rhythm if it's not a perfect pass. Like the passes, they're all like perfect. It's pretty fun to watch, man. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, and there's the shooting, the aggressiveness, it's all been contagious with everybody, right? You know, and as one guy knocks down shots, everybody else starts to knock down shots. You know, and they're not playing selfish. When you look at the shot, when you look at the field goal attempts tonight, 17 for OG, 17 for Bridges, 17 for Towns, 19 for Brunson.
Beautiful.
Right? Nice, beautiful. Nice, even shot attempts for everybody. You know, Shaman had 5, Josh Hart 7, Yabusele 3, Deuce 6, and Clarkson 7. You know,
I mean, I love that. Yeah, though I'm sure there'll be nights where we might need, Brunson to save us some ISO at the end of the game, which is all right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you said, everyone's just getting their shots. I mean, it's just a beautiful offense. It really is.
It is. It's running very nice.
Yeah.
And nobody is pouting about shots. You know, everyone's playing together. You see a lot of extra passes. Sometimes guys have shots and they're passing up the shot. You know, they're passing up the shot to try to get a better shot. Sometimes it may not be a better shot, but it's the process that they're working through, you know?
Exactly. I thought it was smart, too, that Mitch didn't play tonight because I think tomorrow's the better matchup for him because,
Okay.
you know, they're a more physical, taller team than Memphis. So I thought that was very smart by Mike Brown, saving him for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I liked that. I was kind of hoping that's the way he would go, so I thought that was good.
Okay.
A good idea for sure.
And, you know, I think we can get used to Shamet when Mitch is not in the game. Shamet starting. Mike Brown likes Shamet starting, and I think he also likes having keeping the bench intact, you know. Yeah, so.
I kind of like Shaman, honestly. He plays. I think he plays hard, gritty defense.
He does.
Can shoot. I like. I'm more I'm into Shaman a lot. I like him. He's a solid player.
Yeah.
I got no issues with him, man. Yeah.
The Knicks played some zone tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They played some zone tonight.
Yeah.
Right? That was very nice to see. I've been praying and begging. I begged Tom Thibodeau to play some zone. Never did. They played some zone tonight. You know what I mean? Gotta love it. And it's just the beginning of them playing zone, right? This is just them figuring it out right now. What you think about that, JJ?
Yeah, I like it. I'm with you. That's something I've kind of been wanting. You know, the zone. I think it's good. I thought it looked pretty good, to be honest. I really do hope we see more and more of it. You know, I'm a fan. For sure.
And you know, maybe he saved it for when he felt it was good, right? They worked on it, and he, you know, okay, now I feel it's good. Now, you know, we'll put it out there on the floor. But I was very happy to see that they played some zone tonight. And I'm looking forward to seeing more and more zone from this basketball team. Not like the entire game, but just utilizing zone, utilizing traps. They trapped John Morant out on the perimeter, right? Jordan Clarkson and Karl Anthony Towns. And this, to me, it looked like it was the sort of thing that was, if you see the trap, take it. Not that it was something that was designed. If you see the trap, take the trap, right? And that's one of your best kinds of defenses right there. Because now the team doesn't know when it's coming. Go ahead, Tony.
I think you're right on point because you've seen them do the same thing with Jaren Jackson Jr. So I think it's not it is if you see it, do it. You know what I mean, and not necessarily all right, this was for Ja. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think you're right on point with that.
Yeah, the only time we ever seen traps with Thibodeau is when a guard was kicking our butt, and then in the fourth quarter he decided to send two at him.
I was just gonna say late game.
Yeah, but when you have that type of mantra in place where if you see the trap, take it. And now, you know, this is what everybody knows on the court. So now everyone is aware. And so when they see someone take the trap, they know, okay, let me play the passing lanes now. You know what I'm saying? Which now makes it harder to pass out of the trap to an open player. And now you have these intermittent traps throughout the game, and the team never really knows when it's coming.
Right.
So it's hard to. Go ahead, Tom.
My bad. You could see them communicating it. You know what I mean, on defense. Like, all right, like they looking at each other, Brunson and Hart or whoever the two guys are. All right, yeah, come on, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's do it.
Yeah.
So they see it in real time and they're communicating. So there's no miscommunication.
Right.
Right.
So it's a
Yeah, I
good
think
thing.
I think this is gonna be undefeated homestand. I think we got the next two.
Let's do
I
it.
think it's gonna be
Let's do
undefeated
it.
homestand. Let's
I
do
hope
it.
so.
Yeah, so I won't keep you guys, man. Appreciate you taking the call. Y'all have a good
Appreciate you.
night, man.
All right, JJ, have a good one.
Appreciate
Peace.
you guys.
Peace.
All right, you too, man. Peace.
Yeah, I love that. I love that type of variety on defense. You know what I mean? You gotta have that kind of variety on defense. When you have that kind of variety on defense, it keeps teams guessing. Keeps them guessing. They don't know what's happening, when things are coming. Now they're thinking when they're playing because they don't exactly know what's coming and when it's coming. It's a great thing. I love it. Love it. And looking forward to see how it develops.
How many steals we had tonight? Because it felt like more than usual. And
tonight, 12
to
steals.
your point with that zone, it felt like it came from multiple guys. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like OG and Bridges. I think Cat had 3. You know what I mean? They was in them passing lanes for sure.
12 steals tonight. 12 steals. Let me get to Moses on the line. Moses, what's good with you, bro? How you feeling?
Sim was going on. The other guy was going on. How you doing?
Good. That's Tony. That's Tony, bro. That's Tony Crow.
Weapon? Oh, that's Tony. Excuse me.
That's
Sorry
Tony.
about that. Yeah, Tony. How you doing?
Chilling.
Peace, family.
All right. Look, man, a great win, man. I think this team is clicking together. And my question is this: I ask myself this question every day. Do you think that if this team was playing like this when we versed the Pacers in the playoffs, you think that would have increased our chances of beating the Pacers?
Of course. Obviously, if we were playing like this offensively, of course it would have. The thing is, when you get to the playoffs, things change a little bit. Games get tougher, all of that kind of stuff, So, right now they're doing it during the regular season, and hopefully they're building the habits so that they can do it during the playoffs. It's obviously going to be tougher in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They get into the playoffs. Well, they will get into the playoffs. They get into the playoffs. Things are slowed down a bit. The thing is going to be, can you continue to move the ball? Can you continue to, have even shot distributions and things like that through the playoffs? There's going to be times when Jalen Brunson's going to have to take over in the playoffs, or Cat, or whatever. That's just what it is. But
my question is, do you think the Knicks need to add more players, or we kind of good with the roster we have?
I think.
To me, I like it.
Go ahead. You say you like to do what?
No. Do you think that? No, you was going to answer the question.
Yeah, I think right now we need to rock with what we got and just keep letting it build.
Yeah,
see where it goes.
And there's one guy that we wish we had on this roster, man. I mean, he would have made our team like more dangerous. His name is Dante DiVincenzo, man. I mean, it's crazy when we first versed the Timberwolves. I don't know if he was paying attention. If he was paying attention, Dante looked like he didn't want to be there. The way he was playing, I could tell by his body language he don't want to be in Minnesota.
It's possible, especially when 3 of his best friends are on one team in New York. That's definitely possible. At this point in time, though, we're not getting Dante. Not this year.
We don't have enough. Maybe how many years Dante got left?
I don't know. Not sure.
I think one more after this one.
He said.
I think he has 1 year after this one.
Oh, so probably in 2027 his contract going to expire.
So we'll see, but You know,
But yeah, however, I mean, because I know he wants to come back here, Dante. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, how are we going to get him back here?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's what
I don't know, but right now I'm just focused on what this team can do. I'm just focused on
Yeah,
this team. I'm not focused on Giannis. I'm not focused on
yeah,
DiVincenzo.
man.
Just
The
what this
Giannis,
team
get the
can do.
Giannis crap, man. Listen, get the Giannis trade out of here, man. I think the way this team is playing, it looked like we don't need Giannis really.
Looks
You
like,
know,
I mean, if they continue to play like this, they don't need much.
they don't need much. You see,
They-
I'm glad that they didn't like same how today. They didn't need Mitch tonight. You know what I'm saying? They really didn't need Mitchell Robinson tonight. That's a good
okay.
thing. We rested. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm hoping is like for the 82 game series, 82 game season.
Yeah.
I hope we play together. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing we figuring it out now early.
Mm-hmm.
So and hopefully when the playoff comes, so by the time the playoff comes, everybody's healthy and then we ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
Well,
time it's gonna be
that's the plan,
like,
baby. That's
like
the
this
plan.
year could be our year.
That's the plan.
Yeah, because this year, Stephen A. Smith was saying it like this year, there's no reason why the Knicks should not be in the NBA Finals. I'm like, okay, we can get there. We just gotta continue to play like this, stay healthy, and we'll get there.
Gotta take it.
He's got injuries.
Got to take it one game at a time, baby. One game at a time. You know,
Bro,
Moses.
listen, listen. Like I was saying, I want to see what's the guy number 55. What's his name? The center on our team.
Oh, Huck Porty.
Party.
Yeah, I want to see him get more playing time.
We'll see. We'll see. And we'll see
help
what happens.
Mitchell
We'll see what happens. They're gonna let probably let Yabusele play for a little bit, but let's see what happens after that. Let's see if Yabusele can get in gear.
Right, because you got to remember, Mitchell, like you're gonna need Yabusele. I don't know if they got another center on the bench too. You're gonna need those guys to come in and help Mitch out. Because the team probably wants to monitor Mitchell Robinson's minutes as low as possible.
Right.
Right. So, because we're gonna need him in the playoffs. So that's why I said
maybe
those guys.
Mike Brown he might not be too confident in them right now. I don't know. But Moses, I appreciate your call always.
All right, definitely. I hope I'm taking one game at a time. I hope we win the chip.
I hope too, but one game at a time, baby. Let's go one game at a time.
I'll be
till we
at
get
that
there.
parade. Trust me, I'll be there.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you, man. All right. Peace. One game at a time. One game at a time, folks. Tony. The interior defense. Let's talk about that for a second. Right. And Mike Set 116 said, man, our interior defense is horrible. We do need to work on our interior defense. There's no doubt about that. I agree 100%. Right. Even with Mitch there, when he's not in the game, our interior defense, guys get layups. Teams get layups on us. Now, as it is right now, teams can't really outscore us. But we're gonna come into some teams that are good, obviously, and can score better than the Grizzlies and the Nets, et cetera, et cetera. What do we do about the interior defense? If we got to pick on something, maybe that's what it is. But what do we do about that interior defense?
I mean, honestly, me personally, I would pick on the exterior, defending the 3-point line. I think we're bottom in the league in that. And like even tonight, we did good for 3 quarters, and then they end up shooting right up to 40%. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That too.
So I think the interior defense will improve. I think a lot of that does have to do with us playing passing lanes more, or kind of taking risks more. Also, the second. I forgot the term Mike Brown uses, but I'll say the secondary defense after you stop the first play or the first initial move. We tend to get caught in the second move or the second or the third. You know what I mean? The third move. So
Mhm.
I think that's more fixable than the 3-point defense. And like we just pointed out, we still in the top 10 defensively. So is that just off of steals, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
where's our interior defense? You think ranked in the
I
league? You
I
think
don't
it's
know.
lower than?
I think we struggle with some of the interior defense. That's a good question. Where it ranks in the league, and I don't know how you rank that. I'll say this: Memphis had 50 points in the paint tonight. We had 46. Um, they shot 36.8% from the 3-point line. Obviously, we shot 40%. We took 55 threes tonight. And this is where the zone might really help
Mhm.
out, right? The zone might really help out that interior defense. You know what I mean? Once they fully figure it out and they really start to play it more, that zone I think would help shore up that interior defense zone. And we'll see how in the trapping, if they're doing a little more intermittent throughout the game trapping on the perimeter, that might help the 3-point shooting a little bit too. I guess we'll see how that defense develops. Of course, when you play aggressive defense, if you're playing some aggressive trapping, you're playing some zone, there's going to be holes where teams score, right? It's bound to happen if you're doing a lot of trapping, or if you're trapping when you see the trap, if you trap, you'll leave some holes out there, but you might create more turnovers.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you might give up. You might be like, okay, I'm cool with giving up a few holes every now and then because we're creating more turnovers. So, let's see. Got to see. But if there's an area that's definitely an area that we've seen throughout the season, is that interior defense. I don't know if that's going to change much. And I'll say this. Well, I did that more when teams were bigger than my teams and they could out rebound us. I did a lot of pressing and trapping, to try to nullify the size. But that could also be a strategy if we can't defend the interior, we trap out on the perimeter a lot. We make it hard for them to get the ball up the floor, and we force them to shoot a lot of shots from the perimeter. That could, that's another way. That's just another way to defend the paint, I guess, if you want to say. So, let's see how it goes and see how it develops. We used some zone tonight, and I feel like that zone can help that perimeter, that interior defense.
I agree. Do you notice, or am I bugging? It feels like, and this is definitely a cause to some of the interior problems. A lot of times, it seems like we're caught in a mismatch down low.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like tonight it was Josh Hart guarding the center,
Yeah,
and he could shoot right over him, or
yeah,
it might be Jared Jackson on somebody small. Like it seems like even like all year that's I don't know. Obviously, they're not doing that on purpose. It's got to be something to do with the switches and seeking these mismatches.
right.
But
That
I think
it's
that
that
has a huge effect on what we're giving up
interior.
in the paint because we
Okay.
can't stop them.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. I definitely we do a lot of switching. So when you do a lot of switching, teams are gonna figure out who to switch with to get the matchup that they want. And but as the defense develops, like I said, when as that zone comes in, we'll see they won't be able to switch because it's a zone. They want who are they switching with? You can't because everyone's playing the zone. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. I got my man Silk on the line. Silk, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
What up, fellas? What up, Sim? What up, Tony?
I'm good, my
What's going
man.
on?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Since I think we get beat up inside because, unlike Tibbs, Brown likes to play small, speedy lineups. I've been seeing a lot of Deuce, Brunson, Mikal, OG, and Hart. And the other team does have some bigs in there, but he goes that small lineup at times, even if the bigs on the other team or not, because he wants to attack them with speed at times. Like today, there was nobody that could really deal with Triple J.
Mm-hmm.
He was going on OG, he was going on Mikal, he was going on Hart. And since Huckleporty's not in the lineup now,
You almost said it. You almost did it. You almost did it.
What?
Huckleporty.
Yeah, Huckleporty.
You was close.
I
You was
keep giving
close.
up for the
You
A
almost
to
did it.
name. My bad.
You almost
but
did it.
since he's not it's clearly he's not in the rotation after that second game of the season where he looked bad. So he's not in there no more. So we don't have that extra long body. So he just going with speed. If it ain't Yabusele or Mitch or Cat, no other bigs are getting on the court.
Yeah.
So we go small, we're going to get beat up inside sometimes. The other teams stay big. So
right.
Let me ask you a question, because I was nervous tonight. Because after it got down to 10, I see all the quick passing and movement stop. And we went back to ISO Brunson. You think that's going to hurt us down the line, or are we going to get out of that? Because it seems like as soon as the game gets tight, we get all that passing and movement, that stop.
Say that again.
I said that way.
Say that one more time.
I said every time we get into a tight game, we ain't been in too many, but when we get into a tight game, we stop movement and passing, and we stop becoming pick and roll ISO. We go back to what we used to when the games are getting tight.
So I think that's just part of the evolution of the team, though. You know what I mean? It's hard to break habits. It's easier to make a habit than to break a habit. You know what I mean? So the more that they keep going, hopefully they break those habits.
Yeah, because they were standing around when it got down to 10 points. No one was moving. No one was cutting. They were just giving it to Brunson and standing away to see what he does. Okay, here we go, fellas. Don't get tight because it's a 10-point game now. Stay with what got you that lead.
Yeah.
But I guess it's going to take some time.
Take some time. It takes some time to break habits. You know what I mean? That's the habit that they were in last season.
Right.
So they got to figure out, okay, how do we break that habit? So yeah, that's gonna come with time. It's not gonna happen all at once.
Yeah. And so, do you think it's funny? They playing Ja like we play Mitch. The minutes of the game and they taking him out. Your star player. They treat him like an injury-prone player.
Man. They got some things going on over there.
But that's weird.
Ja.
Like, okay,
they got some things going on over there.
When Ja went out, we went on the run. I'm like, they taking Ja that fast? How your star player can't get a sweat on? No wonder he's mad.
I mean, let me see. He played. How many? He played 33 minutes.
But they bring him in intervals like we do Mitch.
Yeah.
Remember, this is the first quarter. He was like in there for 5 minutes, then he went on the bench.
I mean, if the game was tighter, they probably would have played him more.
Yeah. I thought that was weird, but like I said, we were moving and grooving. Just suddenly our shot
moving and grooving, baby. I mean, but let's put it like this though. I think it was kind of good for them to come back and the Knicks that being a tight game, not a tight game, but have to step up and finish this game off. Instead of it just being a walk-away blowout and it's done, the Knicks had to step up and actually play hard to pull it out, to make sure that they won, to make sure Memphis didn't come back. So I think it's good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because we would have blown them out.
Help to keep them
We
sharp.
probably would have slipped up tomorrow on Orlando.
You know what I'm
It's probably
saying?
good that we had a challenge.
Right. You know, so help to keep them sharp. Like, okay, you know what? Anybody can win. Let's stay sharp. You know, so they'll be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, this is a good one. That like maybe I want to see the same high flying scoring on the road, because so far we ain't been looking good on the road. We've been looking good at home.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
to
you
get some
know,
road games too.
we got 2 more at home, and then we hit the road. So, and I think they know it. They know it. Well, they probably haven't even spoken about it now. When after they play these 2 games, then they'll talk about the road. Because right now, you know, I'm sure they're like, let's
Orlando
just
was our last
focus.
game at home. I thought Orlando was our last game at home. We got one more after
No,
Orlando?
we play Miami at home, and then we go to Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I want that Miami game.
Yeah, I want both of them.
Yeah. True, but I really want the Miami game. If we got to lose one of these games, I don't think we are, but if we got to lose one, I don't want it to be Miami beating us 2 times this year in the jump. Nope. I want that Miami game. Send them that message back.
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
So,
And the second game we play, well, we play them at home, and then we go to Miami. And when we go to Miami, that's a tournament game.
right. Because remember, Mitch didn't play the Miami game.
Right.
So they didn't have to deal with Mitch then.
You know, so
Good game, though. See you next time. You going to be on tomorrow?
I'll be on tomorrow.
All right.
I'll be on
Catch
tomorrow.
you on the next one. Catch you on the next one.
Okay. Let's get it. Orlando,
There you go.
they don't have the greatest record right now, but they could be a tough team.
It seems like they might be finding their little groove. But I was hearing that him, what's his name? The power forward and the coach ain't getting along.
Okay. Well, I mean,
they not on the same page. So
yeah.
that coach may be a little trouble if this don't work out when they got Bain.
No. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We will see.
All right, sir.
All right, Silk. Appreciate it always.
One.
Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Silk Sutton. You guys know Silk. Sutton. We got another call coming in. Pick this up in just a second. We'll get to that call. I didn't get a chance to read off the box scores, so let me go ahead and read off the box scores. All right, the Knicks were led in scoring by Jalen Brunson, 32 points, 10 assists tonight for Brunson. Shot 57.9% from the field. You know, from the beginning of the game, there was something about Brunson that felt like he was ramped up a little bit. He was playing fast. You know, he was losing the handle a little bit in the first quarter. You know, he finally got into a good rhythm. You know, but 32 points, 10 assists for Brunson. 22 points for Mikal Bridges, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 13 rebounds. OG Anunoby, 16 points, 4 rebounds. Landry Shamet had 10 points. Jordan Clarkson, 13 points off the bench. Shot 71.4%, 3 for 5 from the three-point line. You know, the Knicks are definitely grooving offensively, ladies and gentlemen. There's no doubt about that. As for the Memphis Grizzlies, they were led in scoring by, a couple guys with 19. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 19.6 rebounds. Santi Aldama had 19 points, 7 rebounds. 18 points for Jalen Wells. 16 points and 10 assists for Ja Morant, who only shot 28.6% from the field. Lando had 8 points, 8 rebounds. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP, better known as KCP, had 4 points, 2 rebounds. Cam Spencer had 11 points off the bench. Vince Williams Jr. had 14 points off the bench. Cedric Coward had 11 points off the bench. You would look at that and say, wow, they had nice balanced scoring. Not enough. They couldn't really get stops. And, of course, they got some dysfunction going on in Memphis. So, that's how it is. Got my man Spree on the line. Spree, what's good with you, brother? How you feeling? You got to be feeling good.
I feel wonderful. I feel even better talking with you. How you been, man?
Oh man, I'm feeling great.
Yeah,
I'm feeling great.
I mean,
I
we
love,
should.
we
should.
just
The
love
ball's
what we're
moving.
seeing. Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and of course, my man Sean Richardson is in the chat, and he's coming at me about just Mike Brown doing a great job so far, a better job than Thibodeau. I'm not gonna lie about it. When he thinks because I mentioned the interior defense that I'm trying to nitpick. I'm not trying to nitpick. I'm just mentioning things that we see. I want the team to win, so I want them to do everything well.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike Brown is doing a great job. He's doing a great job with this team so far. You gotta love what you're seeing. He's beginning to use zone, which is gonna, I think, help to shore up the defense. Obviously, offensively, they're hitting on cylinders right now. You know what I mean? And I do still believe, though, Sean and Uncle Fulio, that part of the reason why the offense is humming right now is because during that 3-game losing streak, they realized that they had to play with more edge. They had to play with more energy. They had to play with more heart and more desire. And I think that led to them shooting the ball better. That's how I see it. Because, when you play that way, you end up shooting better. You play without thinking. You play off of reactions. And you know what? It's most likely Mike Brown who said, I don't like the energy we're playing with. I don't like that we're being out-toughed. So kudos to Mike Brown for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Spree. Your thoughts, man. Your thoughts on the game.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you, man. I mean, we've talked about the first couple games. They didn't have that edge. They've had it in this homestand, and all I know is the ball's moving. I don't have to ever feel like nobody's holding it for that long. Okay? They're getting off of it. Everybody's getting off of it. No extra dribbles. Defensively, I thought the first half was very good. The second half was not. A couple turnovers and not getting back. Interior defense was not good. So, and I don't think it's a bad thing. It's like you said. I heard what you said when I joined. Was on hold. Was it's good. I think it's a good thing that there was problems in the second half. They'll have things to work on, but I'll just say this. I think one thing, Sim, that I really like in the offense now is these dribble handoffs. I don't remember a Knicks offense that has used the dribble handoff as much as I've seen over the past week or two from this Knicks team. And they're all doing it. It's at the top of the key. It's between all the different guys. I really like it with Towns at the top of the key. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, the dribble handoff can be very effective because at the same time that you are handing off the ball, you're setting a screen, right? Which allows the person receiving the ball to get, maybe an inch or something on his defender.
Right.
And then, so many different actions can come off of it. You do the handoff, the guy who hands off the ball, he sets a screen. He can also roll to the basket. He might go set another screen and then roll to the basket. Like, there's so many different things that can happen, and it can cause confusion amongst the defenders. Or they've got to know: are we switching? Are we not switching? How are we handling the handoffs? You know what I mean? Now, as teams scout us, they'll figure out how we handle. They'll figure out how they handle the handoff. Some teams will try to blow it up, because they anticipate it. You know what I mean? Some teams will lay back and just let you hand off. Okay, now what? You handed the ball off. What you going to do? We're still here. Some teams will switch. So teams will start to figure out how the best way that they want to handle it, and then it'll be up to us to counteract that.
For sure. No, it's because I don't remember last year a lot of correct me if I'm wrong, Sim. I know it's a different coach, different system. I don't remember a lot. I mean, it's not that we never did the dribble handoffs. They are using it way more this year. Is that a factual statement?
So I would say they're using it way
or
more.
Am I making that up?
I would say they're using it way more with other people,
Cat.
with other people, than just one or two.
Okay.
You know, I think last year it was like one guy would dribble up the sideline and do a dribble handoff to someone on the sideline, and then that person would come off the screen, pass it to Mitch on the, pass it to Mitch on the high post or a little higher than the high post, and then from there, Mitch's guy would back up off of him. Mitch would end up handing it off to another guy calling around him. You kind of knew exactly what was happening there. But more guys are utilizing it. More guards are utilizing the dribble handoff. So there's more people getting into the action.
I like it with Towns too, because I think we talked about this the other night. I like it. First of all, he's getting a lot of threes at the top of the key, the trailer threes, but even just with these dribble handoffs where Towns, like you said, you're essentially setting a kind of a screen and he's getting some space. But, like, it's also another thing, like, they can't double team Towns from that position. So, like, coming off a dribble handoff at the top of the key where Towns ends up with the ball, even if that guy sticks on him, he can make plays out of it. Like, I liked – I don't know. I'll go back and watch it. Maybe I'm making things up, but I kind of like Towns when he gets the ball at the top of the key. He sees the whole floor. I know he's not a point guard, Sim, but he can. How do I say it? He can drive by you. I know he likes to push off, but he can go by you. He can shoot it. I kind of like the ball in Towns' hands at the top of the key. I know he's not a point guard, Sim, but I like it.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to, dribble to get it there. All he has to do is, a guard can find him the ball there, and then, he makes good decisions as far as who to pass to, and guys can cut off of, guys can cut. He takes a center out of the paint, right? When he's there.
It's good. I'm just saying. I'm not saying all the time, Sim. I'm just saying I like it. I think it's good.
Right. He takes a center out of the paint when he's there, which opens up the lane.
Yes. Yeah. And then my last comment of the that I wanted to call it about is Jordan Clarkson. So I saw a stat. He is now he passed Vinnie Johnson for 10th all time.
10th all time. The microwave, Vinnie Johnson.
Yeah, points off the bench. I mean, look, Jordan Clarkson, and somebody said this on Twitter, and I agree with it. If Jordan Clarkson gives me, I don't even know what he ended up with tonight. I just felt like he was impactful. I mean, how many points did he score?
13 tonight. 13.
13? Okay. If he gives us that, Sim, this team, to me, the way they move the ball, the way they can score, if Jordan Clarkson can give this Knicks team that type of production off the bench, we know what Deuce can do. We know the energizer heart. He can give you the assist and point. If Jordan Clarkson is that additional piece on top of this thing, Sim, consistently, they're a way different basketball team.
Sure. Right.
And I mean, to me, I think Jordan Clarkson's a good basketball player off the bench.
Mm-hmm. He is. I mean, and, he's playing without thinking. He's every once in a while he might do something a little bit wild, but
yes,
that's him. So far, he's done more positive than negative.
Did you know that he could shoot that? So, like, Brunson found him on a trailing three, and he shot one really deep he made in transition. Did you know Clarkson could shoot threes like that?
No.
Okay.
Not like that.
Okay.
I knew that throughout his career. I knew throughout his career he was up and down.
Yeah.
It's looking like right now he's going to have a up year. So,
Sam, I'm learning more about Jordan Clarkson as we go. I'm not going to lie to you and say, yes, I watched him play when he played against us and he shot some crazy shots. But now that we see him every night, we're seeing what we're getting. I think he competes on defense. I think he can play fast. To me, Hart can play fast. Shamet can play fast. These guys can play fast. I'm learning more about Clarkson. Maybe I don't want to overreact and fall in love. I'm just saying a night like tonight where he gives me 13 efficiently, I'm assuming. I didn't really see him miss a lot. I think Jordan Clarkson is a very important piece off the bench, and I think it's being underrated. I think people are underrating this guy.
Well, I mean, listen, that was one of the biggest issues we had last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is having is our bench having bench help, someone who can come off the bench and score.
Right.
So now he's having Clarkson is we needed him. Let's put it like that.
We did.
We needed him.
We did, and like I think Brunson, even the other people in the game, they know to give him the ball. Like I think they're learning him too, Sim. I'm starting to see signs of good chemistry. The ball. I don't really look at, obviously, assists. You look at the 35 assists, the 30-plus assists, 4 straight games, whatever. I get that. But, Sim, you just watch a basketball game, and you know a team is moving the ball. This Knicks team is moving the basketball.
Yeah, they are. They're moving the ball.
So I like the edge. We got to fix some things defensively. Mitch didn't need to play. That was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. He'll play tomorrow. And, Sim, let's make it let's win another one tomorrow. That's all I got. I just wanted to give Clarkson love, and I like Towns at the top of the key. I don't want to go crazy about it, but Towns can do some things. And I think also that's another way, Sim. Remember last year there were times where, like, why does Towns not engaged in the basketball game? Well, right. He's getting the ball way more in his hands on offense this year, which I think is going to help Towns defensively.
Yeah.
He'll stay engaged for you.
He will. And he's I think the zone is going to help him defensively.
Yes. The
zone.
True.
I think playing the zone is really going to help him defensively. You know what I mean? And so I'm really just looking forward to really looking forward to the Knicks playing zone. And I know I mention it a lot. It's just that I think it can be so effective.
Yeah.
I just think
I
it
agree.
can be very effective.
I mean, Mike Brown, look, when they fired Tibbs, I did think it was time. I was one of those people who said that. I didn't know if the Mike Brown hire was going to work, but I said, Sim, I'm going to give him, he has my full support, and obviously I'm not ready to say, it's a long season, things can happen, things can change. I'm just saying through 10 games so far, I have to give Mike Brown some credit here. I think he's doing a good job with this team. I have to say it. I have to give it. I think he's doing a good job. I have to say it. I want to give Mike Brown an A so far.
He's doing a great job with this team so far. He is. He's coaching. Obviously he's coaching, but he's teaching. He's teaching mid-game. He's teaching, obviously, in practice. He's always teaching. And you see
yes, he is.
And it's great to see.
They're responding. So he's doing a good job. So Mike Brown, if you're listening to this, you have our full support. It's a long season. Keep these guys humble, and you're doing a good job. So I just want to give you get an A. So that's all I got.
No doubt about that. No doubt.
All right, man.
All right, Spree.
Take care.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
The Knicks tonight, ladies and gentlemen, defeat the Memphis Grizzlies 133-120. They had a 28-point lead, and they let that lead get all the way down to 10. So I'm sure that's something in the locker room they're talking about, something they're discussing. They know they can't keep doing that. They know when they get a big lead, they've got to put that team away. They got to put that team away. So this was a good learning experience tonight, I think, for this team. Right? Playing against a mediocre Memphis Grizzlies team, taking a big lead, and then allowing them back to within 10. And then having to come in and play tough to finish it. It keeps them sharp. So this was a good night for the Knicks. Good night. It's a good night for the Knicks. Sean said he's doing a magnificent job, buddy. I agree, Sean. Me and you don't agree on much. But I agree with you. He is doing a magnificent job. You know, he's doing a great job. You know, there's nothing to complain about. And, you know, yeah, of course, we're always going to nitpick about little things, you know, because we want the team to do better. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk. So we're going to nitpick about some things. It's okay. Size 9 said, Yabu did work tonight. He played better tonight. He played better. You know, I'm just not impressed with Yabu, but I'm willing to see where it goes, see what happens. I'm not impressed with him, but I'm willing to see. You know what I mean? Jay Williams said Brown deserves some credit. He definitely does. Deserves a lot of credit. You know, a lot of credit. Right now, this offense is like a record-breaking offense. Could be a record-breaking offense, you know. So you know, let's. It's I'm loving it. I do want to talk about the pace thing. You know, they talked about it on the telecast. So I want to talk about the pace thing. You know, because right now the Knicks are 26th in the league in pace. That's shocking because it doesn't seem like they play slow. But also, there was a point in time where they had to slow down a little bit, and this is when we started to see the offense really, really, really take a jump. Right? And not that they have to not that they have to play at a snail's pace, but just a little bit slower because I think it allows our guys to get into rhythm a little bit more. And then of course he cut the lineup some. But 26th in pace. We'll talk about that in a second. I got my guy Corey from Rochester on the line. Corey, what's poppin' with you, brother? How you feeling?
Feeling real good, man. Real good.
Should be.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. We both should be because the Knicks are, you know, we see what the Knicks are doing right now.
No doubt. Yo, but to let you know before I talk about the Knicks, I just want to give you a quick birthday update that my birthday's coming up this Friday, man.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Happy birthday, brother. I'll give you an early happy birthday, and if I speak to you Friday, give you a happy birthday then too.
I appreciate that.
Always nice to see another circle around the sun, baby. Always
No
nice
doubt.
to see another circle around it.
No doubt. Blessing to make it through another year, man.
No doubt. So talk to me, man. Let's talk about this pace thing, right? Because, right, you know, you heard on the telecast, they said the Knicks are 26th in pace in the league.
Right.
Okay. I think, and I've said this before, I think the way the NBA calculates pace is kind of wrong. Because pace isn't just about how many shots you get up or how fast you get up the floor or how fast you get a shot up. That's not the only way to determine pace. Pace is also how quickly do you move the ball in the half-court set. I don't care if you get the shot up with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Are you moving the basketball? And when you look at this team, they may not be getting a shot up within 10 seconds or 16 seconds or something like that all the time. But all 5 players are touching the ball. Right? And they're moving it. Bang, bang, bang. And then the defense is moving. And then finally somebody's open. Knocking down
That's
a shot.
the key.
You know?
Yep, and that's a good strategy because once nobody's playing isolation, you know, then like you said, somebody's going to be wide open, and then that's going to be tough for any defense to contain, you know, the team like us because, okay, say like if Cat gets double teamed, then that could either be Brunson wide open to go in the lane or anybody could go in the lane nearly uncontested.
Right. Right.
That's why they're afraid to double team us now, because now I like the way that Mike Brown is letting his team shoot threes.
Mm.
The 3-point shots to me are very, very key. I mean, you're not going to make them all, but the way they made them now, they've been making at least over 15 or 13 a game. That's going to win a lot of games.
Right.
And, you know, with Tibbs, you know, he was just not a big fan of 3-point shots. And then the reason why the Knicks wasn't not that much of a good 3-point shooting team, because, you know, saying he kept the starters in too long, and then help utilize the bench to make 3-point shooting more successful.
Mm-hmm.
But see, Mike Brown is letting all these guys play free, letting them play their game. But he always said, but remember to be focused. It's still like play like you love each other.
Right.
And he's not trying to, you know, saying we're out nobody's minutes. You know, he know who's important and who he trusts to win the game. But you know, defense comes along. But he's not worried about defense. The only thing he's worried about, ball movement, good shots wide open for threes if they're open. Because that's what makes you dangerous if you're hitting threes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's worried about defense, though. He don't want these guys I'm sure he's worried about defense. The defense, okay. I mean, coming into the game, the Knicks had a top 10 defense, too, so.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe the defense does have to be more better consistent. But I felt what Brunson said at the end of the game. He said that fourth quarter was not the best. And the reason why I agree with him, because Grizzlies was almost about to try to come back.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were outscoring that Knicks in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they would know with them playing the Magic like that, you ain't going to win like that if you're going to have a sloppy fourth quarter, expect to beat a Magic team.
Right.
But like they always say, there's still a lot of room to grow. And that's very true. No matter how many games you play, got to believe in improving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel you.
You know? Because like they say, any league that you play, whether if it's football or basketball, it's hard to win. And it's no lie. It is hard to win.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're learning as we go. We're figuring it out. Right now, the Knicks. Let me get my standings up real quick. Mm-hmm. The Knicks are second in the Eastern Conference right now, 7-3, behind the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are 9-2 to start the season. Yeah, Pistons are 9-2. I mean, we knew the Pistons would be a lot better this year.
Oh yeah, they have improved dramatically.
Yeah, we knew they was going to be a lot better this year. You know what I mean?
Yes, that was a surprise to me.
Yeah, they were good last year. We knew they were going to be good this year. They're 9-2 on the season. They're on a 7-game win streak. The Knicks are 7-3. The Knicks are on a 5-game win streak. The Miami Heat, who'll be playing a couple of days, they're on a 3-game win streak. They're 7-4. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 7-4. The Bucks are 7-4, and the 76ers are 7-4. That's the top 6. Looking in, the Bulls are 6-4. The Raptors are 6-5. The Raptors are 6-5. Right? You know, we'll see if they're able to maintain it. The Hawks are 6-5. We all thought the Hawks would be better. The Magic are 5-6. The Celtics 5-7. We kind of expected maybe that. The Hornets, to me, you know, the rest of the guys, the Hornets, the Pacers, the Nets, the Wizards, you know, not very good.
Nope. You know, due to, you know, key injuries.
Yeah.
Other players playing for the season, you know, of Achilles torn.
Yeah. Western Conference right now, the Thunder's 11-1. The Spurs are 8-2. Second in the Western Conference. The Nuggets 7-2. The Lakers are 8-3. The Rockets 6-3. The Timberwolves are 7-4. Looking in, that was the top 6. Looking in, the Suns are 6-5. The Trailblazers 5-5. The Warriors 6-6. The Grizzlies, who we just defeated, are 4-8. And then you got the Kings at 3-7, the Jazz at 3-7, the Clippers at 3-7, the Clippers at 3-7. I'll say it one more time: the Clippers at 3-7 with Kawhi Leonard, with James Harden, with Bradley Beal at 3-7, and Chris Paul. Clippers just never have no luck, bro. It's crazy. The Mavericks are 3-8, and the Pelicans are 2-8.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
why does that surprise me about the Clippers being 3-7? There's no way a team like that with them superstar players on that should be 3-7. They should be the other route.
Listen,
7-3.
It just goes to show you that today, you know, having all of these, you got to have a team. Not just the Clippers are just a hodgepodge of players put together. You know what I'm saying? They've been a team just grasping at straws, trying to figure out what to do best, what to do, just throw it against the wall and see if it sticks.
Mm.
So they put together a hodgepodge of players, not really a team.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So right now the Knicks are 6th in the NBA record-wise. You got OKC, Detroit, San Antonio, Denver, Los Angeles Lakers, and the New York Knicks. The Knicks are averaging 121.8 points per game. That's 7th in the NBA. Right now, the Miami Heat are averaging 125.5. That's number 1 in the NBA. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll be playing a good Miami Heat team.
Yeah. But I know they're going to come to the Garden Friday, which is on my birthday.
Yeah.
And I would love to get that win.
Hope so.
For revenge, my birthday.
But the Knicks have the best offensive rating. Not the best. The Knicks have the second best offensive rating. The Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets are 121.7. The Knicks are 121.6.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Knicks got the number 1 best offensive rating.
The Knicks are right now 7th in defensive rating. At 112.
112.
Yeah, and as far as net rating, the Knicks are 4th in the league in net rating, meaning that they win by a margin of like 9.5 points per game. And sooner or later, it's looking like that might be in double digits. OKC is at 14.4 net rating. The Nuggets 13 net rating. The Rockets 9.6. The Knicks 9.5. Yeah, looking good. But Corey, I appreciate your time, man. I'm about to log off. All right,
man.
Corey, just stay abreast of what's happening, bro, because I'm looking to do some things soon. A couple of watch parties and whatnot soon in Rochester.
Okay.
So, yeah, stay abreast. All right. Anyway.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Great win by the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Kicking the season off right, folks. 7-3 over the first 10 games. And, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night. The Knicks take on the Orlando Magic tomorrow night. Should be a good game. I'm expecting another win. Let's take care of this homestand, folks. I'm up out of here. Appreciate you. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's number 1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Postgame reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.